You know, I think I kind of dig these sort of late races for us Europeans. It's 7 o'clock in the evening, just had some nice spaghetti bolognese, and now I'm about to sit down and enjoy a Formula 1 race, which equally I can now live react to once again for the third time this year. Not sure if I'll be able to do too many for the next coming races due to their start times sort of reverting back to 2 o'clock during the time that I'm working, which kind of sucks, but we shall see. Unfortunately, once again, my headphones do have the beep that they had last time. It's just not a pleasant sound to listen to, so I might have to get some new headphones, which is a shame, because they're Bose. They're sensible, but they hurt my ears. So what could we possibly be expecting from this Grand Prix? Mercedes unexpectedly on the front row with both drivers. The pole man has never been on the podium at Mexico, which isn't ideal for Valtteri Bottas. Red Bulls P1 and P3 and P4 overall, which is preferably the ideal starting point with the long run down to turn 1. And obviously they look to be the slightly quicker car in race trim. So I feel like Red Bull could be quietly confident in this race. If they can get in front at the start, that's going to be all good. If they can't, it might be a bit of a struggle for them. Here we go, it's the lights. Oh, I'm really nervous for some reason. It's go time. Brr. I think that was a sensible start for everybody. Red Bull's in the slipstream. Red Bulls are in the slipstream. Here we go. Round the outside for Max Verstappen. No, come on. Make it through. Verstappen! Oh, what a move from Verstappen. No, someone spun. Hamilton. Bottas? Was that Bottas? I think that was Valtteri Bottas who spun. Yes, Valtteri Bottas has spun. It's Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Pierre Gasly, Sergio Perez, who are just leaps and bounds already in front of everybody else. Valtteri Bottas, gone. He has spun. There was another spinner in there as well. I think I just made noises in that last little bit. But Verstappen on the outside, those brakes are ridiculous. That was incredible. Okay, more contact there. Was that Ricciardo? No, George Russell. I think he's in the top 10. Safety car has been deployed. Oh, and McLaren doesn't have a front wing. There we go. Action happened. Cool. Right. Where's everybody? There's the timing tower. Tsunoda, Schumacher, Bottas, Stroll. Okay, so it's literally just Bottas. What happened to Bottas? Was there contact? Oh, that's... Ooh, incident. Who's that? Tsunoda. Damn. Oh, and the Haas is out as well. No, Schumacher. Schumacher's out too. Damn. They started so well as well due to all the engine penalties. Mazepin up in 11th. Good shit. Wow. Okay. Bottas is now last, P18. This could be quite impactful for the Constructors' Championship. That's... I don't know what to make of that incident with Ricciardo and Bottas. It was so nip and tuck. It was Bottas closing the door really aggressively. It was Ricciardo locking up. Ricciardo was the one that made contact. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I don't know really what to make of that, whether it'll be investigated. Yeah, Verstappen just kept going. And then there you go, round he goes. Damn. Yeah. Oh my God. What happened there? Jesus, Esteban Ocon just collected 2 people. He collected Schumacher, bounced him into the air, then collected Tsunoda, bounced him into the air. He was pinched. I don't know what Mercedes can do from here. I think that's race done. I will be happy to eat my own words, though. Okie dokie, restart. What can we expect from the restart? Safety car is ending, lap number 4, 65 million laps still to go. And here we go. Verstappen has gone. Right, Hamilton is in second. He can slipstream Verstappen. Verstappen's clear. What the hell? Okay, that might be a bit too far to slipstream right there. This is going to be interesting as the fastest lap just tumbles and tumbles and tumbles. I love it when it does that. Yeah, Hamilton is way too far behind to slipstream. Verstappen's weaving all over the show. And that's about it. Cool. I'm not convinced this is going to be a great race now. Ferrari are looking good. 5th and 6th. What's happened to Lance Stroll? Here we go. Is this one of the overtakes that we just failed to see? Yes. Round the outside of... Oh! That was very close. Okay, he almost rear-ended a McLaren as he just does a nice impression of a lawnmower. Across the grass. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was close. I don't really know what to make of that. He just sort of outbraked himself and then was really forced quite wide with Daniel Ricciardo. Oh, Ricciardo, contact. Contact. Oh, here we go. Fernando Alonso on George Russell. Alpine versus Williams. This could be a fun little battle here. As we go through the stadium section, Verstappen is gone in the distance, but I'm interested in this battle for P10. Final points paying position. George Russell again doing bits for Williams as Alonso activates his DRS. He's probably going to blast past the Williams, to be fair. I would like Russell to sort of put some pressure on Fernando Alonso, potentially. Here we go. Round the outside for Fernando Alonso. George Russell better on the brakes. That's close. George Russell close. And Alonso is past. I suppose that was like the first, maybe second overtakes into the safety car restart. So I have to take those. I feel this race is going to suck, as I said at the start. Oh, Fernando Alonso on Nicholas Latifi or Esteban Ocon on Nicholas Latifi? No, wrong names. Wrong names. I meant Esteban Ocon versus Nikita Mazepin. Here we go, DRS zone. Nikita Mazepin and Esteban Ocon is through. Mazepin outbraking somebody. Mazepin having a sensible race with somebody. Mazepin has been passed. Mazepin had a sensible race with somebody. That was cool. I don't think we've seen that this season. So we now have a sort of pit stop gap between Sainz and Vettel. So like I said, it's 25 seconds for a pit stop roughly at this circuit. So there's a nice comfortable 8-second gap between Sainz and Vettel. You may want to open that up a little bit as it's going to start to engulf the two Ferraris like it is about to at the minute. And you would slot in between the two Ferraris. So ideally, I think they want to kind of stretch it so they would slot in P3. So if we can get Gasly up to 25 seconds, that's roughly when Verstappen could be pitting. Or you just wait for Leclerc actually to get to 25 seconds, pit Verstappen, and then Verstappen can easily get past Gasly. So I think that's going to be the plan. Oh, Bottas on Ricciardo. Didn't do anything. Maybe into the second DRS zone. Into turn 1 we go. Ricciardo is still ahead at the minute. Round turn 3, as I do a little belch. And into the DRS zone we go. Can he get past finally? Can Bottas make an overtake? No. Oh, Bottas. I'm tangled up in all of my wires. Bottas. Get out of my wires, Bottas. Didn't manage an overtake. That was close, though. I think that's the closest we've been to an overtake for 5 laps. Oh, please do something. Oh, Mercedes are in the pits. Mercedes in the pits. Here we go. Who is this for? Hard compound of tyres. Mercedes in the garage. Is it going to be Hamilton? Is it going to be... It's going to be Hamilton, isn't it? It's Hamilton. Locking up the brakes into the pit lane entrance. Perez is passed. Obviously, that gap was only 2 seconds. Into the pits. Tyres come off. Tyres go on. Good stuff. 2.4 seconds. Not bad. Mercedes have actually been relatively quick with these new tyres or new pit stop changes. So, can Hamilton go quicker on these hard compound of tyres? Can Perez do the overcut? Almost definitely, the Red Bull is so much quicker than the Mercedes. Oh, no. Gasly. They've got to overtake Gasly. Stinky. Oh, and Leclerc is passed as well. Disaster. Oh, Red Bull in with the pits. Who is this? Verstappen. Verstappen coming in for his pit stop. Is he going to come out ahead of... Yeah, he's easily going to come out. Oh, that's how much I'm just not paying attention to this race. He's easily going to come out in front of Hamilton. 2.2 seconds, even faster than Mercedes. So Perez is actually going to lead... Perez is going to lead the Mexican Grand Prix. That's the most exciting thing that's happened this race, and it's lap 34. Oh, here we go. Valtteri Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo. Oh my God. Is he actually going to get past? No. No, he's not. That's just... This has been boiling all race. Right, second DRS zone after turn number 3. Can he do it? Come on, Bottas. Come on, Bottas. Do something for this race. Nope. 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 Didn't happen. Damn it. Oh, Sergio Perez is into the pits. Sergio Perez comes in. Ted Kravitz has said it's the hard tyre, but we haven't seen it just yet. It's not popped on. But Sergio Perez in the pits, and yeah, it's the hard tyre. I thought they were going to do the softs. Okay, well, he's got fairly new a brand new set of new tyres. He's got a brand new set of hard compound of tyres against Lewis Hamilton, who has not got a brand new set of hard compound of tyres. So, what is the deficit on the pit exit? 8 seconds. Now, on equal tyres, they were fairly set at 2 seconds. Now, can Perez take advantage of the new tyres and close that gap? Ooh, Bottas going on to the medium tyres. It's an incredibly slow stop. That's an incredibly, incredibly slow stop. His car is now on fire. And he goes. That was 11 seconds. So the chance of Bottas overcutting Daniel Ricciardo, nil. The chance of Bottas losing further places, opposite of nil? Not nil. So 20 laps to go, and the gap between Hamilton and Perez is 5.8 seconds. That's coming down quite significantly. I think there was like 1.2 seconds taken out of it in the last lap. They're both in free air currently at the minute, according to the two commentators. And we'll see how quickly it comes down. This could be a little interesting battle. Who knows? I am excited for something to happen. I will be excited for anything to happen. Ooh. Finally, something interesting happens. Ferrari are doing a swap. Signs for... I was about to say signs for Gasly. No, my stream crashed. What? No. Oh no. Okay, I have just refreshed NowTV again. So hopefully... Oh, it's crashed again. Oh my god. What's going on? Why is it unhappy today? Perez is currently 1.1 seconds back as they're hitting traffic with Norris. But that's all I've seen as it's gone black again. Oh my god. I've paid £9.99 for this. Rubbish. Right, I've just spent a lot of time shuffling about with NowTV for a bit to basically turn the quality down. I think a couple of people in the house are watching movies and stuff, which is what I'm essentially being throttled. I do live in a tiny little village, so that wouldn't really surprise me at all. So I don't know what's happened for the past like 8 or so laps as I've been fiddling with this for a bit. So Perez is still behind Hamilton, as Bottas, I think, has just unlapped himself from Verstappen. Has he put on some softs? He has! Bottas has put on some softs, probably to steal the fastest lap point off of Verstappen, I'd imagine, as the gap between Verstappen and Hamilton is still 15 seconds. Apologies for the really poor quality, I've had to turn it down quite significantly, actually. Perez, 1.6, still exactly the same. 43 seconds clear to Gasly. Oof. Here we go, final lap as Hamilton and Perez enter the stadium section. They're still not on their final lap. I probably made that really unclear in my speech just then, but Verstappen has started his final lap. He has just been leagues clear of anybody else this race, but Perez versus Hamilton, who is going to get P2? I think Hamilton has got DRS off of a backmarker Kimi Räikkönen. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Perez's team radio... Final lap, this is it. That's all that's been said. What can he do? Here we go. Half a second between the two of them. This race has sucked so badly, but there is going to be a little bit of action right at the very end. Can Perez get P2 in his home Grand Prix against Lewis Hamilton of all drivers? Here he goes. Ah! Not quite. That was just a little look. Oh, okay, half a lap to go. But it's going to be Max Verstappen who claims a Grand Prix victory yet again. I think victory number 10 or something like that of this season, with the fastest lap, extending his lead at the top of the championship. I don't know if Perez is going to be able to get past as Verstappen enters the stadium section, and around the final couple of corners he comes, and Verstappen dominates the Mexican Grand Prix and wins in Mexico. But what is going to happen between Sergio Perez and Lewis Hamilton? That is what we now need to look at, not the race winner Max Verstappen, who has just been leagues clear of everybody. It is going to be Lewis Hamilton who comes across the line to come home in P2. Sergio Perez gets a podium. The first Mexican driver to get a podium in Mexico. That is awesome. That is very, very cool. Well, that race was really kind of boring. As Bottas Bottas stole the fastest lap off of Verstappen. Right there, right then and there. Bottas gets the fastest lap, takes that extra point away from Max Verstappen. So I think Mercedes and Red Bull are level on points going into... Is it Brazil next? Or is it Saudi Arabia? I can't remember. I think it's Brazil possibly that's coming up next. But that was a really boring race with a little bit of an exciting end. Yep. I'll now total up the Audience Prediction Championships and talk to you probably tomorrow because I don't feel like recording again. I've been going for an hour and 50 and nothing's really happened. So, yeah. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the Mexican Grand Prix, please, and see if you found it at all interesting or any more interesting than I did here. Let me know in the comments down below. Well, it's Monday and the race hasn't got any more exciting than it did yesterday. I think the most exciting thing that has happened is it has now become the Brazilian Grand Prix race weekend, so we can look forward to that. But congratulations once again to Evan Darcy for claiming top spot in the Predictions Championship. A close fought battle with Arturo Salazar, 19-18 out of 25. Interestingly, absolutely nobody predicted a Mercedes front row lockout and nobody predicted Valtteri Bottas on pole position. And then a couple of you guys also got the correct podium for the race. The top 3 were all spot on. So adding all of these scores to the previous races that we've had this season, and we end up with a leaderboard that looks a little bit like this. We have some new 100-point club members, Divit Rehan, Boros Rabat, and Mattia Bonotto. But it is Evan Darcy who extends their championship lead to 32 points on 250 to 218 ahead of Joe Bischoff. So with just 4 races to go in this Audience Prediction Championships, it is current championship leader Evan Darcy who has over 25 points to Joe Bischoff, so there is 1 race advantage that they have heading into these final 4. With both Arturo Salazar and Daniel B joining the 200-point club, with Elliott just 5 points behind on 195. A Doctor Who channel is extremely close behind that on 193, with myself and Hal still joint on 187 points. This is the 3rd consecutive race that we are joint on the same value of points. There are then a few close fought battles into the mid 100s and then the low 100s, with the second half of the leaderboard looking a bit like this for people who have only entered into a couple of the races for this season so far. We have people like Leroy, Kit BM, Jiff A, Callum as well, with the second half of the leaderboard looking a little like this for the people that have only entered into 1 or 2 of the races that we have had so far this season, with the second half of this leaderboard looking like this, delving down into the single digits, and then finally into the last leaderboard for the people that have only entered into just 1 race this season. But what I have done in order to make it fair to those people who haven't entered into every single round of this season is I've calculated a whole new table which averages out your points for the entries that you have made. So even if you have made 15 entries, you'll get averaged across those 15 compared to someone who has entered just 5. So if you see yourself really high up in this leaderboard that I'm about to show, you know you are a really good predictor. And here is the top half of that leaderboard, with Schlank and Tushar Sign still at the top, but only with 1 and 2 entries respectively, with Evan Darcy having 17 entries with an average of 14.7 per round. With the next closest person to them being Danielle B with 15 entries and an average score across those of 13.9. And scrolling down into the second half of this leaderboard for again the people that have only entered into a couple of the races so far, unless you are myself who has entered into 17 of these races and has an average points across those of 11. With the second half of this leaderboard looking a little something like this, again for the people that have only entered into just a couple of the races, there were a few high number of entries like Scott Hilland, 16 entries with an average score for those 16 of 9.9 overall, and then finally the second half of this leaderboard looks a little like this, with the final couple of people looking like this. Now, if you guys want to get involved in the Audience Prediction Championships, make sure to catch my videos that get released on the Thursday of the Grand Prix weekends, where you guys can enter your predictions and get involved in this Audience Prediction Championship. But there we go, that is all I got for you today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this live race reaction. I'm not 100% sure how many more I can actually do for this season, as I do have work on Sundays, and now that the race times are sort of reverting back to normal European times for the races, I may not be able to catch many of them live. But that is all I got for you today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next episode with whatever and whenever I decide to make it. I'll see you guys then.